Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker!
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Skooma here, coming back in the REEVESY realm. Let's go. We're gonna be starting off our episode by looking at this stranded wandering villager here. I don't know what he's doing there, but right now we're gonna be jumping down and revealing the ice farm update. Here we go. Look at that. Now there's 5. We now have 5 ice farms, as you can see over here. And your boy's gonna be showing off the quick edit that we done. So we've already built this with brick before, but we've been running into problems as when we dig in with a silk touch, the bottom will break very easily, and the bricks here very easy to break. We've swapped it out with bamboo and dirt. Now when we farm, we can just hold the left stick down. Normally you're better off starting on the corners and then finishing the last row, because it will push out the ice. And now we're gonna do a quick little farm here and get it all done. So we'll see you guys when we finish. Here we go. We've finally completed our run, and look how much we've acquired. We're gonna be popping it all in the shulker box, and I guess half a shulker box worth regular ice. So I'm thinking we might need maybe 2 more. It takes a fair bit of block removal here. As you can see, we've pretty much chewed off the side of the mountain there. But by the time you finish the whole 5, you can rotate around the first bit. We're gonna do that right now. It's already nighttime, so that only took around 5 minutes. And here we go. Our first one's pretty much almost done, but we're gonna be leaving it alone for a minute, and then right up here we're gonna be popping all of our regular ice. Oh, we have just one ender pearl there, and then pop it in this chest here. This takes a while though, but the whole idea is eventually we're gonna be able to put one whole sugar box worth, pop it in there. And yeah, this kind of works a little bit slower just because of the pull rate of the hopper, but then that's not too, you know, it's not too bad. You can definitely craft them a lot faster by just going to a crafting box, or yes, a crafting box. But by the time you've looped around, you're ready to go again. Maybe for another 5 more minutes, but that's what I mean. I think I might need maybe 2 more. Let's see, look at this. The rest of the fields are great. And yeah, that's what the problem was before. You would dig it and then it would dip, because right here we're over a lake, and it will just all fall down, and you'd have to chase the blocks down, which is pretty annoying. Now over here we'll be checking out the progress in a minute, but we're gonna put a couple. You can access this if you only have like 5 stacks, nice and easy. But if you have more than that, you go up here. Now we're gonna be having a quick look at our new addition in this area. We have moved our igloo. Look at this, a little bit small still, but we're figuring out how we can make it a little bit more homey. But so far, as you can see, we already have our nether portal. We'll be going through that in a minute. But here, my idea here is we're gonna have a bit of a mining situation, underground quarry. And here is actually my idea of, I'm gonna probably have a room here with a bunch of potions, so you can just use an underwater potion, come down here, boom, boom, boom. And then now that's like an upgraded version of what we wanted before, which is like a little bit of a swimming dock, but it's underneath because of the ice. And we'll have our food storage here. We're gonna be quickly checking our progress here. So far we have one full stack. I think that this has only been like maybe half an hour grind, but like really slowly. I would come back and forth and I would do other stuff, but you kind of need to stay in the area so the ice all freezes. Otherwise there won't be progress in the ice fields here. There won't be any freezing happening. We still have a bunch left, but that's all right. So for that whole run, we'll be watching this stack. We're gonna be taking this stack away. And this is working nice and easy. We have so much. I think I missed out on a redstone here. But now... yeah, we have a bunch of bamboo planks. Never run out. Nice and simple. But yeah, pretty much we done the small upgrade. We still need to extend the ice fields. We're thinking about probably deleting that entire side of the mountain there, and then maybe another 4. But at the same time, it's kind of grindy, you know. You're gonna be sitting in here for a while and you're just like hitting ice. But at the same time, you wouldn't have to chase the ice down into the water, which I think that's what Manimal REEVESY did. I don't know if I think he would have been able to pick him up easy, but at the same time, like, it's annoying when you hit the blocks. We'll do an example here. We do have our wings on. Okay, we still break our legs. No, we didn't have our wings on. Well, right here, we're gonna mince up a few blocks and see what happens there. It just drops. They all drop to the bottom. And then you kind of have to wait. Maybe this is just me though. But you kind of have to wait and then they flow back up. Otherwise, yeah, you'd have to chase it down. And at the same time, if you mince up a whole, I guess, ocean side of ice, you're gonna have to stay there for it to freeze up again. I mean, either way, you could just fly out, which I'm pretty sure it's not that far. Coming from the ice fields, we're gonna go straight up. And this is pretty interesting. I like that already. Big cave entrance here. That could be a sick base. And this is our claimed, what do you call it? This is actually our claimed village. As you can see, it's right there where the pyramid is. There's our bridge. But over here in the Icy Peaks biome, you can most definitely just tear up maybe just a whole field here, right? And then maybe you'll have a shulker box and then just rotation. A little bit expensive on the rockets, right? But either way, you can get it done. I'm definitely going to be extending my area there. So I wouldn't need to fly into the field. But it's very close. So much fucking trees here, holy. It's just so barren over there where my castle is. No fucking... Now we return to the ice fields ravine. Hopefully our machine's done, but here we go. Everything's pretty much frozen. But this is what I mean. You kind of want to hit the side first, and then hit those at these end ones last, so the blocks get pushed back. And I'm pretty sure there's water in here. Yep. So that'll freeze eventually. But yeah, it's kind of uneven the way all the blocks freeze up, but it's not too crazy. That was probably just another 2-3 minute wait. Now all of the ice is back. But that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if I would even want another set of ice fields, just because it's you're just hitting blocks, so you kind of want a little break after every run, I guess. Otherwise you'd have to do what I just went and explained. You'd go to the ice fields, into the icy peaks biome, and then you'll be able to just come back here, drop a bunch in. But that's what I'm saying, like, either way you would need inventory space. This kind of just, it's a little slow, but you get there, you know. Eventually you get all your blue ice done. And we acquired 13 blue ice, so I guess, yeah, like I said, around half an hour of just like going in circles, hitting the blocks. It was pretty easy to get one stack. So we're gonna be dropping off this 64, our first stack ever, to the king himself, because yes, we do apologize for not having this fully fixed up. But I thought the tutorial was great, the one that I watched for it, but it was just the blocks. It couldn't handle the diamond silk touch, the almost netherite silk touch diamond pick. It couldn't really handle just if I'm holding the left stick down and then maybe I have music on, boom. That's pretty much what happens. Everything just falls apart. And then you'll be picking up the ice blocks, and then you'll be trying to put back all this stuff here. And I've removed the cauldrons. I might move them into a designated area, because they're just they're great for the snow blocks. But when you have them here, they kind of get in the way. So at the very least, for example, if I'm here, I can just actually jump over. I don't need to really walk on the sides. It's kind of slippery, but that's not too bad. All right, now your boy's gonna be... We're gonna be testing out a goddamn... Your boy's gonna be testing out the ice highway. And we're hitting the portal back. We already got the cart here. Let's go. And yeah, we made it a straight shot back to centralized portal there. Nice and simple. It's just right there, the ice farm portal. Very nice. Now we're gonna be doing a quick review of the ice highway by REEVESY. I really like that he went with the half and half here, kind of brickified. But then once it enters my area, we're straight back to the cobblestone. Yes, there is a bit of a floating castle situation here. We're gonna eventually sort out the I guess bottom pillars here. But I've kind of started digging we've been digging in our butt over there. We've been taking a bunch of lava. And I'm not too sure yet. Maybe we'll glass the floor so we can keep the lighting, and then work over here. But that'll be for a different episode. Now we're gonna be seeing how fast this actually goes, man. Pretty long ladder there. That's kind of sketch. But yeah, we are running a resource pack here, 3D ladders. Very nice. Nice and thick, boy. Here, I love this. I love the roadworks in progress. We might just drop it here then, because he has chests over here. Oh, I think we'll just drop... no, we're gonna go back to the king's house. Now, we're gonna be doing our very first. Your boy's gonna be doing our very first ice highway run. I've never actually tried this. This is pretty interesting. So I'm guessing it's not gonna, it's too thick for one block, so it's not gonna clip me to the side. I can probably do 360s and stuff. Oh, we'll hit the third person. Oh yeah, that's pretty smooth. Holy, that's actually a proper ice highway. That's fucking crazy. We'll pick up a boat-arinos. More chests. I like the because I'm guessing this is the central hub, right? This is gonna be insane. Oh, this is gonna be insane once it's complete. I can already tell. And this is where everyone else is. So this is now the direct portal, right? Oh yeah, and this, here we go. Does that mean I have to press the button? Yes, I would have to, and it will start the dropper loop. And I'm guessing you put the gold in here. Eventually we're gonna be using this machine. I'm actually kind of keen to hit the very first rendition of a slot machine in the REEVESY realm. But let's have a look at the main hub. Oh yeah, so he's used what block is this? Oh, warp nylon for pathing, as we're using warped logs here, I guess, because they're the warp. Oh my god, warp trees. God damn, I love it. Bit of a theme going. The brick and the green. Oh yeah, we got a bit of what is this again? Oh, he's got polish there. Okay, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that up before we. Okay, it's like a half block. Damn. Making sure it's back in place there. It's polished back basalt. That's pretty crazy. It looks like it's chiseled with this texture pack, because the regular basalt, I kind of really like that. But so we're kind of half and half here off the ground based off the planks. That's, yeah, that's planks. That's gotta be a stair, right? Because yeah, I'm not jumping. That's pretty cool, man. I really like the fresh entrance here. Oh yeah, a little bit of support there. This is kind of dangerous. Yeah, it's very dangerous. But very nice touch. I guess you couldn't really block it up unless you just make one. Oh my god, we got a problem here. Okay, sorted. Alright, make sure you guys check out Manimal REEVESY's Ice Highway build. I really like this. Definitely could help with the extension. And we're gonna be leaving a link in the description and probably pop up the annotations on the top right. And now here we are. We're gonna just drop off quickly again for the second time, because we had to experience a DC just now. But we're good. Here we go. Oh my god, the entrance, the WWE entrance. We won't drop it in there. We will probably. Isn't there more chest here? We're dropping in his bedroom. Here you go, King, just the way you love it. Right there. There's a stack of blue ice. Thank you very much for letting us know that the ice farm wasn't actually well, the reminder, you know, that it's not actually fully complete. Here we go, we've cleared up the base for you. All right, now we're gonna be continuing on with the Deepslate Sanctuary. Now that we have our first... Oh. Now that we have completed our first part of the episode, we're gonna be continuing on with your boys' builds before we destroy ourselves. I sounded like I heard some creeper hissing already, so we're gonna be gone. Catch it gone. Oh my god. Alright, we're taking the fast route. Now officially the fastest route in the server, I guess. Oh my god, I'm lost. It's worked out pretty great too. There's no mobs in here. I guess just because of the lighting. But that's great. I did see from the video before when he uploaded that there was that the piglins were in the way. But just lighting up a bunch of netherrack on the side, that's actually really high IQ. Very smart play by the king. Alright, now your boy returns. We are finally back in the dungeon. Look at this. Your boy's done a little bit of editing. So this is what's been happening so far. Getting terrorized by Enderman, yes. I can hear it. It died somewhere. Oh my god. Okay, it's still here. Why is it not hostile anymore? Different one? Come on, man. Lock in. There you go. We're gonna protect you, Nathan Prime. Got you, my brother. Here we go now. Just quickly dropping off a bunch of stuff. We dropped down nether portal here. I was kind of scared breaking it. I just dropped down by one so I could cover it up with the crying obsidian because I really like it with this texture pack. But I do know when I flip K, it looks absolutely... I mean, it looks way better now, just based off of the block. Where it's sitting at. Still better than regular obsidian. That is just very dull. But with the texture pack on, god damn, look at that. Look at that. That looks absolutely nice. Now we can just walk straight in. We don't have to freak out about yeah, it looked really off with having the steps there, because you can't really have crying obsidian steps. That would be very nice if we can do stuff with this and it would be more abundant, you know, maybe like a crying obsidian biome. That would be pretty peak. I guess you can only really get them in those existing portals in the nether and mostly chests, right? You don't really see these blocks. Yeah, it's very scarce, if that's what you want to call it. So we've just pretty much stoned the walls out. Main deal is, here we go, Nathan Prime still not full master. Nothing really changed here with our food situation. We blocked off this area, and the main deal is we've finally deleted our chest storage here. And as you can see right there, from out here, coming down into our basalt smelting super smelter room. Oh my god, man, these guys, they just piss me the fuck off, because anywhere that's super tall, which I kind of like when you go in, I don't like it to be just 2 blocks high. It's probably the only way I can keep them out. So much lighting in here now, look at that. And look at that, most of the flooring we did basalt with it, because kind of wanted to go with the theme that this room gets very hot. As you can see, we got a bunch of lava here, right, from our OG lava farm. Now we still kind of use this more often, but it's not. It doesn't have the unlimited goddamn unlimited fuel in here. But here we go. This is our building area. Now we have all. We've done the little edit here. We pushed it back, and we done the 4 chest compartment. I'm still gonna need to label it, but for now I kind of know where they are, right? And I'm still trying to figure out what needs to go where, if it even has to be specific. Because mostly I've got an abundance of cobble deep slate, and I can always do this. Like I already have 2 full ones. I do this for the dirt. I do this for the regular cobblestone, so you can get a half chest full of just a block in one shulker box, right? A half double chest, or just a single chest. I think it's you can only get around 30 items in one shulker box, so that's pretty good still. I mean, 30 stacks of an item. Now, mainly did the lighting in here. Have our second exit here still, and we've got this as the animal corral area. No fencing. I guess they can watch their fellow mobs get brutalized, right? But the food situation hasn't changed. It's always great. We added this back. It doesn't burn anymore, but for some reason before it would keep on burning. Now, we didn't really edit this too much. We just added some lighting. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I showed this last episode already. We got our water area here. This is the skooma room, right? And nothing really changed here. We still have our shulking area. We've kept most of that side the same, but over here now, some of the major changes. We have officially dungeonified. We've officially didified this bottom area here, our favorite area, the rice cooker, right? Here we go. We're officially goddamn, yeah, fully dungeonified, didified black market over here. I wanted to organize it a little bit, but we're still missing a bunch. We killed our silk touch here. He's probably gonna die because he's like dropped a little lower, so when he fucking, I think that's just because he's a zombie right now. It's not too bad. We haven't actually changed him up because before we had a gold problem, but over here still all the same. We still got our, this is our wheat farm. Oh my god, we fucked it. We still have our wheat farm just here. I still haven't done the upgrade, but this is pretty much what we have. We still have our bone meal farm here, but we're going to be creating a new one very soon. They don't want to pick that up. All right. Now over here, nothing's really changed. I don't know where these mushrooms come from. It's not that dark in here. I don't know why, but we've cut it off. And here we go. We have our iron XP area. We're actually going to do a little bit of right now, just to fix the silk touch up, because we used it. It chews it up in the ice fields, definitely. But this here, quick fix for it. Nice and easy, nice and simple. And we get our emeralds already. Fully fixed. Oh, we couldn't catch some for the Elisha there. My bad. Can we do it again? Yes, sir. We can do it again. Sometimes, if you haven't been here for a while, you're able to do it twice. There you go. There you go, my good sir. One more. And then... two more. We don't... Yeah, everything is now finally fully... We still need a little bit of iron. Yeah, damn. Look at that. Okay, we were floating because we had it. Right. So much emeralds, man. Look at that. And we've fully fixed all our tools. Ready to go. Now, not much here. But the main deal is we've fully iron blocked all the walls. Cleaned up the top a little bit. Got some lighting in there. Doing very nice, very well. Still very abundant. Right? Pretty much infinite iron blocks. I can obviously turn it off. There's no need for it for now. I still have those two to 3 chests to fill up. But we never run out of it anymore. It's pretty insane. I don't even be around this area, but I think... I mean, well, I haven't really used... Even when I used the iron to iron block the walls here, it wasn't too expensive, actually. It was nice. Pretty good. So that's what's happened. We've Didified the dungeon a little bit over there. Now we're gonna be going all the way up. There's nothing really changed in our rooms here. We haven't been farming any nether wasps as we have an abundance of it. So much. Now over here, look at this. We've finally edited. I mean, I wanted to, you know, I guess just not mix match the colors too much. Because the bamboo, it stood out too much. And it looked a little wonky. I might have another slab on the outside, but for now it looks good. It's nice and color coding area now, right? Or it looks more aesthetically pleasing. Now over here, we're actually gonna drop down, and I guess this is kind of the sewer area, right? Hopefully we don't die. This is the OG shortcut. We might do a little piston something there eventually, right? But we got a bunch of loot here that we do need to remove. Now, you can just take the lift back up into the water well. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe there's a different block that looks a little better. Maybe a barrel sideways, right? And that could be like the drum thing that drops down. I might swap that around eventually. But we've just used... I didn't want to block it off fully, so we went ahead and used our... goddamn... I went ahead and used the feature that we had before, right? We could go to bed, but I think we're gonna leave it so we can keep the dark theme going here. Now, in the castle... Mainly the 4 corners, we've officially cleared up the mob spawn problem here. Over the top, underneath, there's still like a bunch of room. But we've finally put our floorings down. We're really thinking about what to put in there, in these rooms. Maybe like a quarters. Or maybe like another skooma room. And over here, we've also kind of sorted out, I think... Okay, I thought he ran out of arrows, but he's still going. But yeah, we plan to expand this a little bit. Expand on the idea of the Diddy room a little bit. Right? No dooring. No, I guess maybe like inside it a little bit eventually. But over here, this is pretty much just like the goddamn villager breather room. Or the villager breather barracks that we have. Just outside, we've created the door situation. Now fully pressure plate block activated, because you can't really have it that close. But over here, I didn't have enough space in the villager breather barracks, but in this area we can just quickly pop that in. I think, yeah, just a step back, and it's not too bad just running through. And it also has that mob feature, because the mobs are too high, so they won't be able, they'll be able to step here and see you, but they can only reach their hands out like it's The Walking Dead, but like like someone's holding their head and stuff, and they won't be able to get in. So that's pretty good. Nice defense system there. But over here, popping open our gate, if you haven't seen yet before, hopefully, now you can see that we've added a full-on moat. We'll do a little flyby in a minute, but yeah, we made it so it's only 1 block low, but that's pretty much enough. We'll see if we can test it in a little bit, right? But it goes all the way around the castle. I don't know how I managed to. Here we go. We're gonna test it. We have our piston bridge here, and look at this. We're gonna do a little quick test. Right as he can see it, he thinks he can cross. Okay, he can cross. Right. But they get stuck down there as soon as the lava hits. Nice and easy. I'm pretty sure we'll draw more zombies in a little bit. But we now have our piston bridge over here. Look at this, man. This is like a... I just wanted to think, how would I want the bridge? Because I had a couple ideas with the trapdoors, but they weren't really something that could work. So we went with the 1 block high piston bridge, and it just pretty much, yeah, the lava forms back around it, because I have the lava I had the lava buckets poured down right near the corners here. Now, it also has some sort of locking mechanism. Now we have our netherite. We're actually going to just cross this. No worries. So we're going to turn it off. If I have it turned off here... Oh, okay. We're going to do this the other way. If I have it turned off over here, right? And then we're just going to cross it like a big idiot, because we have our netherite on. Look how much damage we're taking. Pretty much nothing. And now, if I'm on the outside here, it's got a bit of a locking mechanism. Ready? We're not able to just flick it on because it's off on the other side. Nothing goes the same way. If I turn it off here, I won't be able to turn it on over there. Now, quickly crossing back, and obviously Ender Pearl, nice and easy over there. But yeah, we're pretty happy with the system there. I kind of wanted it pressure plated, but then that defeats the purpose of you know, just having some sort of a defense mechanism, right? Now we're gonna do a quick overview of the area so we can quickly see the moat. Look at that, man. Okay, that was a quick one. Hopefully we don't get DC'd again, but here we go, finally. Look at that. It goes all the way around. And I wanted it actually for lighting. The wizard tower gave me a pretty good idea of how that kind of works. The closer you get there, you can really see it at nighttime, and like that's kind of my problem with the castle. It's very dark coming up. Okay, so we already have a mob coming through there. It looks like it. Now over there, look at that. We added a little chimney to our goddamn super smelter. And we just used a bunch of campfires. And now we're going to be looking inside the super smelter while there's mobs outside. Hopefully they don't just walk inside and like blow us up. I think they can't really tell that you're in there once you're in there. But that's kind of a problem that I'm worried about. That if they follow you in there, they can just walk in. Because it's just the... alright, we're going to be testing it out right now, actually. Let's show off the defense mechanism. Boom. Boom, look at that. Oh, I'm kind of worried about the fucking creeper. God damn. Wait, here we go. They think they can cross. And then they just get stuck because of the oh my god, the lava flow. I think that gives it a bit of, or it might just, oh my god, baby zombie. There you go, baited. God damn. Oh my god, but it's pretty nice. I can just do this now. So it's pretty fun, sort of just like leading them into the wrong area. Nice and simple, and I won't be able to die from the lava. Well, hopefully I won't. But it's pretty good to just have just pretty much back up over here and then just turn that on and off, and they just walk inside. Pretty good, nice and simple. Now over here into our super smelter building, or I guess, yeah, our processing facility, our most advanced building in the area. Look at that, we have a bit of a piston system there. It just comes up. We wanted to do the bottom ones as well, but it wasn't really gonna work with my piston wiring, but I kind of wanted it to open like a mouth. But it's good enough how it is now. I'm very happy. I guess if you're a mob and you come up here, like I said, they won't really be able to see you once you're in there. Let's test it out. Is he gonna follow me in here? Okay, he couldn't even. I guess they're not heavy enough for the pressure plate. Right. I'm worried about the creepers kind of, but they might be a little bit too big. So I think that'll be great. Now we have our super smelter area here. Okay, the spiders, great. That's something that needs to be sorted out, I guess. Just something around the outside, or maybe just lighting some fences. But now over here, this is now fully functional. I can just start shoving stuff in here and they will pretty much forever have fuel. And we even have the boosters, right? So all four corners actually will start with the doors. They all have the same system. Nice and easy, run in, run out, right? Quickly need to smelt something, boom. Straight to the middle, ores go into here, onto the short sides. The ores on the blast furnaces, and then everything else in here. Right, food or furnace items, boom. You just pop it in here and then let it go. Everything runs nice and simple. We found a bit of a use for the smokers. I've never actually used these, but these are for food, right? So, but we made it the ventilation system. It's not fully connected, as we'll be looking at in a minute. Now over here in the middle, we have our ladder going up to the farm. We will eventually add more chests in here, but so far I think that'll be enough because we do have shulker boxes too. Right, eventually once we move everything, all of our building stuff, and have more stuff in this area, so in the outside area of the castle. But in this second room right here, this is just the redstone room. This is where I check all of the make sure the crafting auto crafters are dropping in the bamboo planks, and if there's any blockages. This is the room. This is the maintenance room over here, but it's nothing really important. Nothing as important as over the top here. Now we have the bamboo plank farm, right? But we've now acquired all of what we need for a bone meal switch. Now all of them have a bone meal switch. We went for the short ones. We only went with one, right? So we'll drop it in here, and then they will just pump through that one dispenser. And then over here on the sides, we went with the 8. Same situation. I actually just wired it up with the same observer, double observer here. So all the wiring's kind of tucked away, nice and simple. And yeah, if one of the smelters are running low, just coming up here, just popping a bunch of bone meal in. So that's what we're going to be working on next. A bit of the bone meal situation. All right. so I wouldn't have to go downstairs too far away. And we'll be opening up, this is too, like, pretty much opening up this and the bone meal farm and another farm for everyone in the server. Everyone can just come in here, terrorize it. They want to quickly smelt something that doesn't need fuel. Oh my god, getting destroyed. I guess I still got my wings on, but we're Gucci. Nice and simple. But yeah, we're very happy with that. But over here, like I said, the same mechanism. The only thing different here, oh, they're killing themselves because there's so many, is I have to flick the button on to open it. Because there's not enough space for another block down there. It would be too far away to put the pressure plates. But yeah, so far that's everything that's changed up. We can lock ourselves all the way down. Nice and simple. And we are back after brutalizing our brain from building these 2 redstone machines. They're actually super intricate. It's it wasn't hard to build, but at the same time, there was so much redstone involved in this. It's actually probably the more technical ones that I've made based off the tutorials. But now we've completed the bone meal farm. Now here we go. I'll turn it on for now, but like at the same time, it's not ideal to leave it on and then leave the area. So every time you leave the area, you gotta turn it off. So we'll turn it on. We'll get the demo. Here we go. Look at that. It's like a stone generator, and then there's something in the middle there, like a dispenser pointing into a moss block underneath, and that covers a pretty big area. It just keeps pumping, so it just keeps pumping bone meal, and then we just keep getting all these moss blocks. At the same time, it feeds itself because of the I think it's because of the stone gen. But here, this pretty much never goes down. Well, if it breaks, then that'll happen. And the bone meal is actually really fast, and so what you have to do is turn it on, and then pretty much just sit in here, sit in this room, and then you can go AFK. So this is like probably not even half an hour, probably just 20 minutes farm, and it only took the 8 bone meal to start it off. And we'll turn it off for now, because we're gonna be leaving this in a second. But we have here already some bone meal to spare. I know everyone else is pretty loaded with their skeleton bones and all that, but we still really needed this for, that's why it's pretty much attached. We got it right next to our super smelter, so we can just come down here, pick some stuff up, and then go up into the bone meal switch room. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Now we're gonna exit through this area, and here we go. Here we have first rendition of the dye shop. I know I should be making the skooma shop, but we have here, it's not a auto, because you still have to pick up all the flowers, but we'll do a demo in a second. And here we go. We've already sort of done an assortment, and eventually we fill that up. But here we have the stacks where people can just come in, quickly grab some. I'm only probably gonna add the base colors here, and then you can mix your own colors if you want, but we're gonna do the quick demo. So over here, this is the bone meal chest. We'll drop in the bone meal that we have. And so for this build, that actually I thought it was broken, but you just needed to, if you follow the guides that I'm gonna be dropping on the description, I'll be dropping another one as well. You just need to delete one row of dirt, and then it should be working fine. And I just added a switch here because when you turn it on, it's harder to turn it off once you get it started. So here we go. We'll flick the switch off, so that's back to normal. And then we'll just go over this side because that's already pushed the blocks over there, and then it just goes to town. Look at that. It's pretty crazy, man. Like not so much assortment. I get a lot of yellow and I get a lot of white. Don't see too much purple, but like I said, I'm pretty sure you can make it anyway once you're able to mix the dyes up. But here we go. We got a bunch of weed seeds, but heaps of yellow dye. That's an abundance that I get. And then dandelions, yep. Light gray dye. And a bunch of blue dye. And red. So we haven't gotten that much of that blue and red, but this is what we're probably going to do here. And everyone could just pick off from this chest, or if they need a specific one. Eventually we'll have labeling on the colors, but that's pretty much what we're gonna be ending with in this episode. Pretty happy. It's kind of just like a little bit of manual labor here, but that's not too bad, you know. We're definitely pushing the minutes in this episode, so we're gonna be including this last part. But so the seeds are kind of useless when we get them there, so I normally just drop him in here and then quickly get the water to wash it. There we go. It's glitching a little bit, but we're good. And then it'll just feed. We'll use the seeds for the composters. Now for the last part, this is our favorite. Normally I'll just fly up and I'll just dive bomb right next to our bridge, but we actually edited our bridge here. We finally caved in and just switched to the rails because the chains wasn't doing it for us. A little bit wonky over here still, but eventually we'll build it through and build something going that area. Here we still have our area going to the ice farm, which is not as useful anymore, but we can still use this for like a quarry. Get a bit of diggerinos happening down here. Right? But there we go. We went with the skinny sort of wall design. We took away the big thick blocks. I feel like that's way nicer. It looks more like a bridge. We'll go fly. We'll get a drive-by of it. Are we gonna... Oh my god. Okay, that was tough. There's actually a pretty skinny dive over here. Oh my god, I hit my head. Alright. I think that's gonna be us for this episode. Make sure you like, make sure you sub. And I'm gonna drop the machines that we built, the redstone devices, in the links in the description, and make sure you check us out in the description. We'll see you in the next episode.